Super Falcons have beaten the Mares 1-0 to go top of Group B. Second win in the second game. This is the first time in 11 years they have won the first two games at WAFCON. And it was an impressive display from everyone who came off the bench. Ihezuo, Okoronkwo, who should not be on the bench again. 30th WAFCON win for Super Falcons in the group stages, and they really needed it. Again, positives. As the Super Falcons, you need one of these games. You need one of these games before the knockout stages because they're already top. They've already qualified for the quarterfinals. Chances are they're going to meet one of like the third teams, right? Because when you're top, you're going to be playing one of the lower seeds. They're going to be facing something similar to this. So it was necessary for me, I feel like, and this coach in particular, because it's his first WAFCON as the head coach. He had coached before as Randy Waldrom's assistant. So as a head coach, he needs to do it because I feel like there are many things that he needs to work on. As a coach, for me, the issues they had in the first half were just coaching selections and a game plan. If Nigeria failed to win this tournament, for me, it would be the coaching. Before I get to Nigeria, before I get to the Super Falcons, let me just finish with Botswana because what an effort. They were this close from getting their first ever clean sheet at WAFCON. And I told you guys in the last game against Algeria, Bosija is the main woman. In this game, for me, woman of the match. It doesn't even matter Nigeria won. Woman of the match. The way she organizes that backline, the way they just move together, even when the ball goes out, they're still forming a line. Like a throw-in that's like at halfway. They're still aligned. They're very organized. The organization in the back, and I have to give the coach, Alex Malete, a lot of credit in this one because I was so impressed by Botswana. Super impressed. And one of the main people that also needs credit, other than Bosija, was, I need to get this name right, Lone Haufetoge. I think that's how you say her name. I'll just call her Lone. My goodness. And she didn't play the first game. She was solid. Center back, at the back there with Tanda and Monsho, they were so good. Mochawe and Mogoti, the way they kept on coming back, they really frustrated this team. And the pressure they put in midfield with Baletsi and Moloi, Nigerians passing in the first half was so bad. And I feel like the only chances they had in the first half, I don't think they had a shot on target that I can remember. The only shots they had, I remember, was Plumter, who was sort of fouled, but ref just said, yeah, it was, the contact came as she was shooting. And what's her name? Payne, who blazed over after Oshoala and Ajibade did so well to connect from a throw-in. Throw-in to Oshoala, she chests it down to Ajibade, who crosses, and the ball somehow lands at Payne's feet, and she just couldn't do anything with it. So that backline of Botswana, guys, like if there was ever a performance, like there's been certain performances in this WAFCON where I'm like, yeah, that is it. And for this backline, it's now 2 games in a row because they have so much energy and they have so much passion. It's a shame that they cannot get the ball up front to Tolakele, who's their main woman up front, right? They just don't have the talent to bring the ball forward. But defensively, they are super solid. And I've been so impressed. Alex Malete, you're doing a great thing with the Botswanan team, with the Mares. I heard a South African calling them Botswana. As guys say Botswana. The rest of Africa says Botswana, but they're calling Botswana, like you're calling Swana. Yeah, Botswana, great stuff. Super Falcons. And this is to you, our coach. Why am I forgetting his name? Let me just get his name quickly before the Nigerians kill me in the comment section. Nigeria women coach. I'm forgetting his name, guys. And I did a whole video on him. What's his face? Guys, I can't get it. It's a lie. Anyway, point is, there's a lot of work you need to do, sir. There's a lot of work you need to do. First of all, Okoronkwo should not be on the bench. She should not be on the bench. It does not make sense why this lady is on the bench. This team is screaming for a creative midfielder. Literally, every single time they get the ball, it's like the passing in midfield is just not there. actually most of the attacks were being developed because the fullbacks were pushing forward, right? Anytime Plumpter was pushing forward or Alozie was pushing forward, those are the only times we're seeing chances being created. Ajibade playing in midfield is not it. This lady is a winger. Like, put her up front. This is why I feel like sometimes, and this is something that I feel like many African teams suffer from. Yeah, you're good. You can't play all positions. Put the person in the position they're best at and let us build around that. Oshoala, I was on socials earlier and people are not happy with that. You guys in the comment section, let me know. Is it time that Oshoala needs to start being benched? Because, yeah, people are not happy. People were just not happy with her performance. She just seemed like that explosiveness is not there. Even at the World Cup, the last time I watched her, she was having some issues with muscular issues, but she really, really pulled through for her team and fought through it. So she's a goat. She's a goat. I have to respect her. But also sometimes, as someone said in the comment section, yeah, sometimes, not to her specifically, but in general in football, sometimes you need to know when to leave the football before the football leaves you, yeah? And quite ineffective up front. Let me just say that, quite ineffective. This thing of making 3 subs at halftime, it's like the coach is hell-bent on making 3 subs every single time at halftime. Like, why? Like, why? Yes, I know things are not working, but why not put Oshoala up there? Because even the chances that they got, in as much as she was ineffective, the 2 good chances that they got, she was involved in it. Because at the end of the day, she's still a presence. She's big. She has the cachet. The defenders show respect and she has gravity. As long as she's next to Ajibade, you see what Brabanda is doing. Like, anytime she's next to Kundananji, people know, hey, antennas up. Like, we need to be there. We need to make sure she's marked, right? So give her an extra 10, 15 minutes, unless there's something else, like an injury that she's nursing. I don't know. But yeah, this thing of just shifting and changing, of starting and then halftime, you're literally changing, like, preconceived subs at halftime. Three, which means you only have 2 more slots. Well, 2 more subs. Luckily for them, both the subs worked. But it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot of subs to do at halftime, especially in a game that's on the balance like this, right? Again, Botswana didn't show too much going forward, so it was not too much of a risk. But you cannot do this against big teams or teams that are dangerous, right? So your Algerias of the world. Algeria are not as dangerous as other teams, but they have moments and they can do well with possession. You can get a moment and they take advantage, right? That Betty, what's her name? I'm forgetting her name. Betty up front, Butaleb, Busaha, and Dafo in midfield. Like, you can give them moments. You give them moments like this, they will take advantage. Banyana, the champions. Give them moments like this, they will take advantage. So there are certain teams in this. Morocco is also another team with Chabak up front. Like, you give them such moments, they'll take advantage. So there's not too much room for error for a coach against the bigger teams. It's good. Let him experiment now. Let him learn. Let him do the mistakes. But moving forward, there's and then Okoronkwo. My God, this lady comes on. Every time she drops the shoulder like this, defenders are up. Like, what are we doing? That is where the goal came from. Ihezuo, even in the last game, it's the 2 of them who combined for their goal against Tunisia. Those 2 just coming off the bench are so good. Someone else who really impressed me off the bench, Echegini. Woo! This lady, she plays for PSG. So there was a moment where she had 2 shots. The first one was on target and the keeper saved it. Bosija saved it. Again, drop of the shoulder, defender literally did a split and created the chance for herself. But the first one was even beautiful. Even though she got it, she just missed it. And it's those areas of the pitch where when you have game changers, people with fast feet, like literally having Okoronkwo and Ajibade on one wing is way more lethal, right? Like, you literally let Okoronkwo play as a 10, but she's combining with Ajibade and combining with whoever is on that on the other wing, right? I still feel like Echegini might be too soon for her to start, but the way she came off the bench and the energy she showed, and just she's not scared to shoot. Like, like That bench, yeah. You have to start one of them. I don't think you start both because then now you lose the firepower off the bench and you lose that spark coming off the bench. Ihezuo can still keep coming off the bench. Unless Oshoala is nursing an injury, let her play 60 minutes. Give her 60 minutes. Like, let's see what she can do over that period because she has gravity. And these defenses in the first half, you can see how tight defenses are getting. As the game is going on, that's when now you really open up teams. We saw what Zambia did against Senegal. Literally 65th, 67th minute, now we just start opening you up, you know. So, yeah, I mean, it's a solid win. I'm not saying the coach didn't do well. I feel like if he's experimenting, it's good. Experiment now. But the takeaways from this game, Okoronkwo needs to start because you need more creative presence in the middle of the park. Push Ajibade forward. What is she doing in the middle of the park? Ayinde and Nani can do that job. Ayinde and... What's the other one? Ayinde and Abiodun can do that job in the middle of the park. Plumter is already pushing forward. In fact, you can play with a double pivot, and instead of it actually being one playing as a 6 as an 8, they dovetail. One is a 6 at times, one is an 8. And then one is a 6, one is an 8. And then you switch 8, 6, right? Whereby now you're varying your attack. And at the end of the day, every single time they're joining Oshoala, Payne, whoever is playing up front, Okoronkwo, whoever is playing up front. Babajide today for me was also disappointing. She was really, really good in the first game. Again, you don't need to peak in every game. You don't need to be amazing in every game. But clearly this is a game plan because Oshoala and Babajide came off in the first game. Actually, yeah, this game, he made 3 subs. I know Oshoala and Babajide were 2 of the subs. Who also came off at halftime. Payne came off at halftime. I know Payne didn't start the last game, so I don't know who came off at halftime in the last game. Let me check that before we finish up. It was... Oh yeah, it was Payne, actually. It was Payne. No, but this is Tony Payne. This was Tony Payne who came off the bench, who was subbed off. Today was the other Payne. I didn't even know there were 2 Paynes. Let me just be honest. I didn't know there were 2 of them. That Tony and this one is Antoinette. Are they related? Anyway, you learn something every day. So, yeah, great win by Nigeria. You take them as they come. Plumter is really good when she pushes forward. Really, really good. I think you need to capitalize more with her and also use her in set pieces because she's a presence in the middle of the box whenever there's corners and stuff like that. So, a lot to learn. Please let me know in the comment section. Is it time for Oshoala to get benched in this team? Because I don't know, guys. I don't know. Personally, I feel like she should keep playing, but give her more game time, unless she has an injury. But guys, please let me know in the comment section because someone mentioned that, she needs to be rested. That is the end of play for day 5 of WAFCON. Tomorrow, we have 2 big games. 2 big games. Are they big, though? Yes, they are both big. Tanzania versus Banyana and Ghana taking on